The Indy alley is alive and well with the spirit of independent comics, although it may not smell that way. Here's Comic Book Man and Bo.
What's life without a little brain candy? It's candy time, Indy style. Indy Comic Book News, episode 83. Who's poop?
Hey folks, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. It's time for
Indy News.
Indy News, and Indy News number 83, and it's coming to you from this place, Alternate Reality, which is located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. It's right over there. Alternate Reality, where all new comics, including all of our Image comics, are always 15% off every day for everyone. This is an all-Image Indie News. And the first story up we've got involves Robert Kirkman and Rob Liefeld's new title, The Infinite. Is it going to be infinitely entertaining?
It's gotten for a book from Image. It was mentioned in USA Today before it was mentioned everywhere else. So that means there is some mainstream interest. It's also going to be a film.
Was it mentioned because of Kirkman or because of Liefeld?
More than likely, at this point, it's mentioned because of Kirkman.
I think so.
Kirkman's got a little more cachet at this point than Rob Liefeld. But The Infinite will be available at Comic-Con International in San Diego, which is like 3 weekends from now, in an extra-sized edition, big book, and also a limited edition of the first issue. It'll be available there in July. The first issue of Infinite apparently ships in August. Liefeld says, yes, the book is going to be on time because I've been drawing the thing for like 6 months already. And remember, I did 10 months of Deadpool and I didn't miss a deadline then, so yes, the book will be out on time.
Yeah. I'll believe all that when I see it.
Well, he said I haven't missed a deadline in 10 months then, so why would I start missing a deadline now? Besides,
because you have a 20-year history of it.
What else is Rob doing? He's not working on Image United because no one seems to know what the hell that thing's going on.
I haven't had a drink in 3 months. So why would I start now?
Drawing the book, and I think he's probably doing like some really major league layouts and stuff like that. Now, at San Diego, Kirkman will also reveal more about this book that he mentioned at last year's San Diego called Thief of Thieves.
Yeah, Thief of Thieves. What's up with that?
Which will be co-written by Nick Spencer,
who's
now
Nick Spencer.
A Marvel exclusive. Okay. He can announce exactly.
Well, how's it co-written by Nick Spencer if Nick Spencer's now a Marvel exclusive?
I'm assuming. Well, Spencer's contract with Marvel allows him to do some independent book. Because he's figure, if I'm doing my work over at Marvel and you're doing stuff at independent places like Image, people who read the Image books will naturally sort of gravitate over to the Marvel books and go, well, this is the same guy. Let's see what he's doing over there.
Yeah.
But we're going to find out more about the book at San Diego.
You need to call it something else other than an exclusive.
It's exclusive.
It's exclusive, but you can refer to both.
Well, it's exclusive, except for this long list of things here.
Well, it said weird.
Go ahead and do what you got to do.
It said weird. I mean, like I said, when DC's exclusives, you can only do stuff at DC only. Period. Yeah. That's it.
That's called an exclusive.
Right. Marvel's exclusive is the independent stuff you're doing doesn't really affect what the stuff you're doing here is going on. The guys who have these kind of deals.
The point is, why bother with an exclusive?
Yeah, but it's so basically you're getting health insurance.
Well,
you're not getting health insurance from Image Comics for working on an Image book.
Can I get that without signing an exclusive?
Well, you're getting health insurance from the company. Marvel's giving Nick Spencer and his family health insurance. The Image book,
good.
Unless
so
the book
it's a difference between being full-time or part-time.
Yeah, he's basically he's considered a full-time employee of Marvel, and he's just doing this, on his weekends when he's got nothing else to do.
Yeah, I'm free next weekend. You want to be exclusive for next weekend?
Right. I'm free next weekend to work. I've got 1 day a week to work on my non-Marvel stuff. Okay.
Now, speaking of Robert Kirkman, who we just did a few minutes ago, there's some news on The Haunt. The big change is coming up with The Haunt.
Kirkman was told by Todd McFarlane a while ago. He said, you got this Walking Dead thing. You're working on this other stuff. You're gonna have to drop a book. You're gonna have to drop the book at some point. Why don't you drop the book? So he's dropping the book with Haunt with number 18. Greg Capullo's hanging over in D.C. doing at least the first arc of the new Batman book with Scott Snyder, and so he's also wandered away. So 19 will see the debut of the new team of Joe Casey and Nathan Fox.
Now wait a minute. McFarlane told Kirkman that since he's doing Walking Dead, the comic or working on the TV series?
The TV series.
Okay.
Basically, McFarlane figured you're going to be doing all this work with the TV series. You've got your other stuff. At some point, you're going to have to drop this book anyway. So if you're going to drop the book, just do it and get it over with. And so he said, yeah, okay, I don't have time to work on it. This.
Okay. Now, Marvel has had a rating system for a long, long time, and DC this year introduced their rating system, but that's it in comics. Nobody else.
No. Archie had a rating system.
Does Archie?
Archie has a rating. Yeah, Archie does have a rating system. Although all the books
are
all for kids.
What would be the point?
I think just so that they
For
would
really for kids and really for kids
Yeah,
and
it's-
really for
it's,
kids.
everyone can read it, but yeah, it's different.
Yeah, diabetes inducing.
And apple
D
sweet-
plus
apple
diabetes
sweet,
inducing.
Cocoa Puffs with sugar sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, Cocoa Puffs with sugar cubes in it.
Well, I'm assuming
And
the
marshmallows.
Kevin Keller limited series with the gay character, that's probably
Yeah.
going to be like a Kids Plus or something like that.
Yeah, but we're still talking a kid's
But
book.
yeah, you're still talking.
You're not going to see anything crazy in a Kevin
Yeah,
Keller
Archie
book.
gay.
Yeah, I don't
he
think
just
there's going
likes
to be.
fashion.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any sex involved. In it.
But anyway, the point is, this is an all-image update, and the point is,
In
Image
January.
is introducing a rating system. Good for them. Bravo for Image. Good
Yeah,
job.
they're going to introduce the rating system starting with the books that I guess are the January ship date, or either starting in January. It'll cover books that are actually in stores. It'll also cover the digital stuff. The rating is 4 ratings. It starts out with E, which means everyone can read it.
Yeah.
I think it's like a teen, and then there's a teen plus, and it ends with M for mature, which means it's got sex, violence, blood, and all that other stuff. But that's
It sounds-
that's just
it
for the
sounds
Image
sort-
Central stuff too. I don't know if it covers Top Count.
It sounds sort. I would bet it does because Top Cow has more or less been mainstreamed into Image Central. I bet it counts them too. It sounds sort of like the video game rating system.
Yeah, and most of these rating systems are based on the video games rating system, which of course, according to the Supreme Court this week,
Yes.
you're a kid.
Whatever you want. Put whatever you want.
If your mom and dad are okay with you buying a video game where someone's getting decapitated, that's your mom and dad's fault. It's not the company's fault.
Well, no, and there is a case to be made, and not to get into video game in the Supreme Court, but there is a case to be made that parents, you're responsible for what your kids buy.
You're supposed to be making sure
How
your kids
dare you.
aren't buying Duke Nukem, but if you're letting your kids buy it, it's your fault, not the company's
You're making
fault.
me responsible for my kids.
Yes, they're your
Yeah.
kids. You're responsible for
Forget
them.
about it.
Now, as a retailer, it's my responsibility to keep adult stuff separated from kid stuff, and to actually have a kid section and have an adult section. And when parents bring stuff up, which they may or may not be sure, go, I want to buy this for Johnny. Go, well, that's not really appropriate for him. Now, as I told one other customer about 2 weeks ago, who works at a video game store, works at GameStop, and they have a real hard rule about everybody's got to show an ID, even if you're his age or my
Yeah,
age.
you do.
You want to buy a video game, you got to show an ID. It's a hard and fast rule for everyone. But I told him, look, if a parent wants to buy their kid, something like Punisher Max,
Tarot.
and you tell them,
not for
no,
kids.
no, the way parents are with comics are, if it's violence, it's fine. If it's sex, I don't want them getting into that. So it's like the old George Carlin joke. You can watch 2 people kill each other all day and all night, but God forbid you watch 2 people making love to each other. But anyway, the point I was making is, once I inform the parent that this isn't appropriate for their kid, or it may not be appropriate for their kid, if they still want to buy it, I'm off the hook as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I'm selling it to the parent. I'm not selling it to the kid, and whatever the parent wants to do with it from that point on, I'm not following them home, and saying, "What are you doing?" It's not my business. It's not my business.
Your kids.
So it's your kid. It's your kid.
I can't wait for Palin's America, because then it will be your business.
But what Image is doing by instituting the rating system is a good thing, because that spells out for parents E for everybody. So there you go.
Are they doing a
E
lot
for
of books
everybody.
that require that?
No, but here's hoping that they do more kids books. Image does a couple of kids books a
Yeah,
year usually, and by a couple I mean maybe one or two
or two.
solicitations, and that's it. Not like 1 or 2 series, 1 or 2 solicitations. But here's hoping, now that they have an E for everyone rating system, bam, they'll start doing more of that.
Could be.
Could be.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Valentino likes doing stuff.
that's it. We're done. We're finished. We're out of here. We've got no more indie news, but you can go to the store's website and check out all the indie news that this guy sends me that I post up eventually. Yes, I know it's been slow. Been working on the advanced ordering stuff. Check it out on the website, advanced ordering. But where would you find all that stuff at? Where would you find it at?
Sarah knows all that stuff.
Sarah
Is
knows.
she on the screen right now? No, she's not.
No, you just missed her.
We just missed her. She's behind us.
www.myalternatereality.com. So can I go home now?
So stop off at the store's website and check out all of his news. And until next time, this is Comic Book Man
This is Bo.
saying bye.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.